What's one type you'll never date again? If they are nothing but their problems. It's okay to vent, but that can't be the only thing you are doing in your life. The firm "this is just how I am" type. That has proven time and time again that someone is set in their ways, excuses their toxic behavior, and takes no effort to look introspectively at themselves or how they affect others around them. That's not to say that this is always a bad thing. I'm all about being who you are, but I draw the line at never looking into who you are or why because you've given up on trying for yourself. The self-proclaimed asshole. Brutal honesty is not impressive. Tactful honesty is. Also, you think they'll raise their voice for you, but they're just gonna raise it at you. Is liar a type? Seriously, her friends tried to warn me. Next time I'll listen. Anyone until I get myself straightened out. Pretty sure I'm the problem. Someone that talks all the time, but does nothing ever. Emotionally intimacy. The skater boy type that start each unemployed day with a black coffee and half pack of light blue American spritz before he goes to the skate park, commando in his 3-day unwashed sweaty double-knee dickies just to stomp his board in half because he can't land a trick. No, I'm not traumatized, you're traumatized. The stalker type. Don't get me started. Shit. I will never date someone from the same small town I came from again. Everyone knows everything you're doing, and people are way too nosy and into your business. The love bomber. Learned that the hard way. Twice lol. If someone refers to themselves as an alpha, I am staying far away. All his ex-girlfriends were crazy and cheaters. Also getting mad at bad drivers to the point it's not funny, just awkward and annoying. My ex had this obsession and love for the Joker. That should have been the only red flag I needed. The depressed and insecure type that refuses to get help, it become mentally and emotionally exhausting for you both. I'm certainly suspicious of overly charismatic people these days. A hardcore mama's boy. The eternal optimist, aka I will never ever want to hear about anything negative ever, especially if it pertains to my behavior and being held accountable. Ones who can't talk about problems in the relationship, or take any responsibility for how what they do hurts you and makes you feel shit and rather hit you. Someone who's easily persuaded by their friends for all things in the relationship. Especially friends who haven't had even one decent relationship themselves. The toxic positivity, pseudo-spiritual guru. The ones where you become their hobby. I thought love language was total hokum, until I dated someone who didn't crave the same physical contact I did. I could make her infinitely happy by getting her a cup of coffee, but physical contact did absolutely nothing for her. I'm the total opposite. It was a lesson learned. The tall, conventionally attractive dude who totally isn't dating below his league because he wants desperate girls who are easier to manipulate and abuse because they feel lucky they got attention from a hot person. Most other types I avoid. I never dated a first time, but this one fooled me a couple times before I learned. Too much baggage and unresolved feelings for their exes, liars, users, speechless face. There's this type of men who are convinced they're going to get rich very soon solely by investing their money in crypto. Don't get me wrong, in not saying that investing is a bad idea. What bothers me is the fact that these men are usually money hungry AF but at the same time way too lazy to get an education, actually work to get a decent wage. They're desperate for luxury but expect to achieve this goal by the easiest means possible. They think they're smarter than everyone else because they choose to spend their late 20s, early 30s smoking weed and investing wisely instead of working a regular 9-to-5 job. It's a gross mixture of greediness, laziness and deluded confidence that gives me the ick. The dumb girl with a great personality. Turns out, that personality disappears when you are alone, and then she is just dumb. Oh, so dumb. New agey spiritual type. I worked my ass off to pay our rent and keep us fed while he borrowed money from his rich daddy to gallivant all over the world for various retreats, gatherings, vision quests. I went to one with him once where they were speaking in tongues, channeling archangels, and losing their shit over a clearly modern man-made crystal skull that they were trying to claim was an ancient relic with magical powers that was found in a cave in a rainforest or some shit. That was basically the end of our relationship. I lost every bit of attraction I ever had for him after that trip. Narcissistic type, not even once. Horse girls. Used to spend $800 a month helping my ex-wife with her passion. We were both making like $25,000, $30,000 a year then. But hey, I really didn't mind. I loved the hell out of that woman. Then she left me for her coworker literally the day after I brought up, for the first time in our 7 years together, the idea of, hey, maybe we can figure out a way to cut these horse expenses. We can't afford to take care of 2 horses on our income. She stormed out, didn't come home until 2 a.m., and left the next day. Never came back. Then 1 year later I got a career opportunity making 6 figures and she's still poor AF. I would have been happy to keep supporting her for the rest of our lives, but bye. Sucks to suck, sucks to be a narcissist, smiley face. The high drama women who are always gunning for a fight. They're always mad at somebody. As soon as they patch things up, someone will say some innocuous thing to them that on any other day would have passed without notice, but in that day, they'll be a conspiracy theorist, overanalyzing every tone, facial tic, and syllable until they conclude they were insulted somehow. Then the new feud begins. You will inevitably become the target. You will spend your time walking on eggshells around them, unsure if there's a feud vacuum on any given day. These people are not happy unless they are fighting with someone. They literally cannot stand not having an enemy. They think in total black and white, with me or against me terms. Whenever I meet someone like this and it becomes clear this is the kind of person they are, I ditch them. No contact. I can't handle someone where the rules are constantly changing without warning. Nobody is worth losing my sanity over. They might say, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve my best. But to that I say, if I can't handle you at your worst, your best is probably shit, and I don't want that either. Community dick that never had an intimately emotional moment with themselves. Extroverts. Most of the time I like to chill out at home, just the 2 of us, without having a massive bridge of people to see and itinerary of places to go all the time. Thankfully my wife is even more introverted than me, so we have our own little world together behind a well-guarded gate that only a few close and trusted friends are allowed into.